Welcome to Türkiye, a country full of striking contrasts where continents meet and every corner feels completely different from the last.
This place is spectacular.
In this documentary, we're diving headfirst into one of the most surprising places we have ever been.
I did not expect Turkey to look like this.
We begin our journey in Istanbul, the vibrant heart where history and modern life exist side by side.
And it is a complete mind blow to the senses.
From there, we drift into the surreal landscapes of Cappadocia, where a lifelong dream takes flight among the hot air balloons at sunrise.
I'm so happy that we did this.
And just when we think we've seen it all, we head to the snow-covered peaks of Kayseri.
What? This is crazy.
Completely surrounded by mountains and snow. Türkiye surprised us at every turn.
This is fast food on like another level.
From the warm streets to freezing mountains.
One of the most insane things I've ever seen.
And the incredible people we met along the way. It left us with the feeling of cancelling our return ticket home. This is more than a destination. This is Türkiye.
And welcome to Istanbul. I am so excited to finally be here, and I actually can't believe that it's taken us this long to come to this beautiful city.
The city feels like it doesn't ease you in. It smacks you in the face. The sounds, the scale. There are so many people, but at the same time, it seems very calm, relaxed. Everyone seems to just be moving. As a first impression, that feels really good. We've got lots of colonial European-style buildings around us, but they feel very Turkish, very significant to this place, like I've never seen before.
And basically, this entire video is going to be our first impressions of what Istanbul is really like. We're going to be tasting the food, we're going to be walking around, seeing the sights. So, yeah? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm making a video for YouTube. 500,000.
Really?
Yes.
You are famous. You are so good.
No, thank you.
Yeah, you
I
famous.
appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Are you from Istanbul?
Yeah.
Okay, so today is my first day of making a video, so you have to teach me a word. I am a photographer. Maybe hello or thank you.
Hello. Merhaba.
Merhaba. Oh, that's lovely.
Thank you, teşekkür ederim.
Oh, say slowly.
Thank you, teşekkür
Teşekkür
ederim.
ederim.
Yes.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. So finally, my first impression, I already have 2 words that I've learned, which are very useful. So I appreciate that.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Take care.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
And now I have a cameraman. Thank you for filming my video. You say teşekkür
Teşekkür ederim.
ederim. Teşekkür ederim. Thank you.
Rica ederim. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Take care.
My first 2 seconds here in Istanbul, and I already learned 2 words and met 2 very lovely gentlemen. So that's giving me a very good impression of Istanbul already. Wow, welcome to Istanbul. This is our first impression right here, is meeting the celebrities of Istanbul. Hi, Kitty. Oh my gosh, I love it here already.
As you can see, we're covered in jackets because it is freezing cold in the middle of winter right now. It is 3 degrees at the moment, but in the future, we are going to be going to some much colder negative degrees.
In case you're wondering what my outfit of choice is I'm actually wearing 3 jackets right now. I'm wearing a big puffer jacket, I'm wearing a thinner jacket on the inside, and then kind of a thermal with a t-shirt on. So that's technically 4 layers. I'm so cold.
But so far, I'm absolutely loving my first few seconds. I cannot wait to explore this country, the city. It's one of the biggest cities in the world and one of the most populated in Europe. So let's go and see what it's all about. So we're starting today on Istiklal Street, which is one of the main shopping streets in Istanbul. And you can see this tram going right through the street.
Look what's approaching. It's the tram. This is so cool. Wow. There it goes.
And apparently that tram dates back to the 19th century. I think it really shows that Istanbul wants to keep its history. And I think from all the architecture around me, that really shows. We've got lots of modern new shops, but they're in all of these old colonial style buildings, which is amazing.
Even though it kind of gives me a modern European feel, it's still got that like Turkish traditional feel as well, which I absolutely love. It is so beautiful.
But let me give you an impression of what the streets look like. Completely spotless. I must say that's really impressive with the amount of people running through here every single day. And then we've got shops all the way along. So there's like H&M and a few others. And this street just goes all the way down there.
And as you can tell, we're already freezing cold. But the excitement of being here is kind of overpowering the sense of being cold.
Absolutely.
So I'm so ready to take on the first day here. Because we've lived in Southeast Asia for 5 years, being in this cold is going to take some getting used to. I think I'm going to have to prepare myself.
But I can see everyone is also dressed up in big jackets, so they're as cold as we are, and most people are wearing black. I don't know if that's a fashion thing that you do in Istanbul, wearing black, but today I can see a lot of people are wearing red and orange in the Galatasaray colors, so I'm not sure if there's a game on today. There must be, but lots of people have got a bag or a scarf or a beanie, something representing the Galatasaray team. And of course in Turkey the football is crazy. And there's a few big teams right here in the city. I think Besiktas is actually very close to this area. So I can see here some Turkish ice cream and a whole lot of fruit. Hello. So this is what it's like. Lots of shops, but lots of food as well. Of course, Turkish cuisine is some of the best in the world. So we're going to have to try a doner, maybe some desserts, the tea, of course. And that's our plan for this morning, is we're going to head all the way down the street to more of the sites. And we're actually going to cross into a different part of the city. Oh my goodness. This is the baklava. These little pieces here are baklava. And this is literally on the street. There is a tower. I don't even know what this is. Maybe this is a type of baklava.
As you were speaking, I could not just walk by this shop. This is unbelievable. We've got towers and towers of baklava, which we're going to have to try, obviously. I know it's early morning, but since I saw it, I can't just walk away. So let's go try some baklava as our first thing that we do here in Istanbul.
Oh, it's nice and warm in here.
It is. They've got all sorts of sweets and chocolates and desserts here. When I saw that tower of baklava, I was like, we gotta come.
It's even towering over these boxes in the background.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Merhaba.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Baklava. Looks delicious.
We have this special, this classic with pistachio, with walnut. You can choose the mix.
Okay.
Oh, we can choose which one we want.
Pistachio, walnut.
Yes.
One.
They have a variety here, so we just say we want to try the classic, the walnut and the pistachio. So, yay, I'm so excited.
She chooses, but I pay. 300 I'm pay with the cards.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Back into the cold. Okay, first purchase done. We got some baklava. Early morning, why not? But I must say, after a few minutes, the people seem to be very kind and friendly. We've heard people say that the Turkish are a little bit rude, they're not as kind. But let us know what you think, because so far they've been okay to us. Maybe we're just looking friendly to them. But we got 2 pieces of baklava and then another dessert, which I'm not sure what it is. So you're going to have to help us in the comments. And that was 300 Turkish lira, so about 100 lira per piece.
You know me, can't resist a sweet treat, so
And
here
we're
we
going
go.
to eat it right next to this tower.
I'm going to eat it right here because it just looks so pretty. It caught my eye, so it's winning. Okay, if you don't know what a baklava is, it's basically thin layers of pastry filled with pistachio and syrup. Say less. This looks absolutely divine. It looks super crunchy and it's got tons of little thin layers of pastry at the top. And then it's got a thick layer of syrup at the bottom with some pistachio nuts in between. First bite. Welcome to Istanbul. I'm so excited. Oh, good. Wow.
It's like
It's
drizzling
really
honey.
the syrup on it. What? I can go home now. In the video, I'm having a great time. Should I move here?
Turkey's a vibe.
Turkey's a vibe.
You just walk around and you eat
You
treats.
eat incredible treats. You can tell that it's made fresh because that syrup is just oozing out and the pastry still got a little bit of crunch to it. 10 out of 10, no notes.
It's incredibly sweet, but such a decadent, rich dessert. And I think you only get that in this region of the world. We have actually had some Azerbaijani baklava before. When we went to Azerbaijan, spent some time in Baku, and it was very similar. I don't know what the difference is, maybe you can tell me. And in fact, the city so far, the street, seems very much like Baku. And I don't know which one came first. Was Istanbul first or was Baku first? But I'm getting a lot of similarities. So let me know if there are similarities between the two.
Gonna quickly try this green one, which looks fully pistachio, but kind of like a thinner pastry at the top, not too much like a thick layer at the top. Oh my gosh. It's got pretty much way more of a nutty flavor and it's a bit more soft. It's not as crunchy. I'm gonna try the walnut, which I think might actually be my favorite. It's literally just falling apart. It is so fresh. My goodness, look at this. Oh, I just love that texture and that flavor. As Dev said, it is quite an indulgent dessert. Woo. I have to say it's impeccably clean. As I'm looking around on the streets with the tram going by, there's even a tram track right in the middle of the road, and it's incredibly spotless for such a busy street. Plus, I happen to feel really safe. We have all of these police checkpoints here. So that really adds to the safety. But another thing that it reminds me of is Nanjing Road in Shanghai, China. This road is pretty much a spitting image of that road, and I can't help but compare it because they look so similar. So I really wonder which one came first. Maybe Shanghai got the inspiration from Istanbul or vice versa.
That feels so strange to be comparing Istanbul to Shanghai, but really Nanjing Road in Shanghai is so similar. They even have all of the colonial buildings, but here you can see it's unmistakably Turkish. Even the facades and the balconies have a Turkish feeling to it, and it's beautiful because you have all of these modern shops. You can do all your shopping. It's a really trendy area, but you still have the old style of the city, and they've really kept it in the old way. Everybody is just walking through here, going in every direction. You have to dodge the people as you walk, but yet it's so calm, civilized, and it always gives you a good first impression when you walk out into a city and there's lots of people walking, people have their phone out, people are very relaxed, and it makes you feel relaxed and safe as well, which means we can explore freely today. So let's see what else we can eat and what cool sights we can see on this street.
Is he playing Jingle Bells?
I think so.
That's so funny. Jingle Bells.
While we were exploring the streets, I found this little food cart selling simit, which is like a bread roll, but I will tell you more about it when I get one. Merhaba, can I have one bir? I think bir is one in Turkish. 20 lira. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Too. Bye-bye.
Wow, look at that.
Wow, look at that. Our first Turkish street food, besides the baklava that we got. This is called simit, which is pretty much a sesame-crusted bread roll ring. And it looks absolutely amazing. So it's really hard. It was only 20 lira. 20 lira, that's not even $1 for one of these, which is unbelievable value. And apparently Turkish people have this any time of day, and they're all throughout the street. We've seen so many of them that we had to get one. And apparently they date back to the Ottoman era. So this is an old bread roll. So
But still fresh.
But still fresh. So let's try it. It's a little bit hard to break apart. There you go.
Wow.
This is what it looks like. Absolutely delicious. It's really hard and crusty on the outside, but then it's really soft and nutty on the inside. A great snack for on the way. As I said, they're all throughout the street. So you grab one on the go for 20 lira, and look how many he's got.
This cart is actually so cool. It's got two little wheels at the bottom, so if he needs to move, he can move to wherever he wants to be. And I really wonder how many simit they sell per day.
It must be a lot because they're so delicious. I've already had about half of my simit. While we've been standing here, so many people are just coming, quickly grabbing one. He puts it in a piece of paper and walks off. Let me know if this would be good with a tea or a coffee. I feel like it needs to be paired with something, maybe some Turkish tea. So let's go find some of that.
I absolutely love the people here. They are unbelievably friendly. They actually maybe not always speak English, but they always say, have a good day. And I really love that. That's very special. So now we're trying to make our way to Galata Tower, but we keep getting lost and distracted in the most beautiful alleyways here in Istanbul. Like we've stumbled upon this cobblestone alleyway that's kind of narrow, so maybe one car could fit in at a time.
So all the way down the street you can see it's cobbled, and it really gives you this old style European city.
But there are tons of souvenir shops, guitar shops, instrument shops. They're selling bags, they're selling jackets. There's everything you could want if you're a tourist. If you love shopping, I mean, this is the place to be. And they're actually not that expensive. They're quite affordable. Like here we've got this cool little fruit stand. Apple juice, 50 lira. Pineapple juice, 130 lira. That is super affordable.
Since we've seen the shop, we thought we were going to have to get one of these juices. Hello, merhaba. Can I have a pomegranate juice? Yes, please. One, please. Medium is okay. Yes, that's good. Thank you. That's great. Thank you.
That looks so good.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have
Thank
a good
you.
day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow.
Wow.
Freshly squeezed pomegranate juice.
That looks
And
awesome.
The pomegranate in this part of the world, this region, is what they're known for.
Yeah.
That's why they have so many. And it's
Delicious.
Oh, yes, let's try.
Oh,
It's from Antalya? Oh, wow. Oh, so sweet. Oh, okay. Pomegranate season. These are all real. Wow. All of these fruits all the way around are real. So that was 130 lira. Oh my gosh. That is the best thing I think I've ever had. I've never really enjoyed pomegranate juice, but this, I'm not just saying it, is really good. It is sweet, a little bit sour, but it is so fresh. Like I've never had a juice that fresh. And he literally just squeezed the pomegranates right in front of us. There is no extras in here, no sugar or additives or any flavoring of any sort. Just pure juice. Fantastic, 130 lira. Quite affordable so far today. Not as expensive as we thought it would be.
if you had any thought of, oh, maybe I might not buy a souvenir here in Istanbul, beware, there are tons. There are tons of magnets and keychains, mugs. They actually have a lot of this charm, which a lot of us know as like the evil eye, and I think they call it Nazar, and it is pretty much a charm that wards off bad luck. Okay, I've just seen a shop called Tower of Spices, and what immediately caught my eye was the towers, literally towers of Turkish Delight. Oh, we've actually come to the origin place of Turkish Delight. And normally I'm not a huge fan of Turkish Delight, but that's because I haven't had the original one. So let's go see if we can get some to try. I didn't realize that they come in this huge roll.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wow.
Blue.
Oh, and this one's red. Let's see the blue one.
It's blue and it smells divine. That's so lovely. Cheers. Blue tea. I've never had blue tea before. Oh, there's actually cutting it up with a huge knife. Oh, thank you.
This is almond.
Oh, almond. Almond Turkish Delight. Wow. And we can actually have a little taster. That's so cool. It tastes like peanut butter. It's not like the Turkish Delight that we're used to. We're used to like the ones that are cubed, like pretty much like these. Is this one like a different flavor? What flavor?
Yeah, this is all classic Turkish delight, different flavors. This is orange, rose, this mix of fruit, honey, mint.
We can try it? Oh, thank you. He actually said I could try one, which is pretty cool.
This one, honey.
Oh, honey. I have never tried honey before. It's quite a like thick honey taste. And I like the honey. I think honey is my favorite. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you so much. I haven't even had my tea yet. What was your tea like?
Absolutely delicious.
Oh my gosh. It's like butterfly pea. A little sweet, a little sour. Thank you very much. We got our tasters of Turkish delight. I don't think
Thank
you
you.
could. Thank you. I don't think you could come to Turkey and not try some Turkish delight. We are ticking all the boxes on our first day here in Istanbul. Speaking of ticking boxes, hello kitty. Hello. These aren't just stray cats. The cats in Istanbul are part of the culture here. They are basically celebrities. What we love is that they are taken care of, they look very well fed, their coats are shiny, and by the clipping of the ear, it looks like they have been spayed and neutered. So that's good. You can kind of control the population. I'm not really too much of a fan of museums, but if I can see the cats, those are my sights. So I'm happy.
I think he was only friendly to us because we had Turkish delight.
Maybe. That could be true. Maybe he smelt it on my fingers.
What are you selling?
See, where are you from? Speak English?
A little bit of English.
Show me looking. That's only that's tax free shop. That's black market.
Oh, it's perfume?
Yeah, I am from Cyprus. Excellent. You can see. Also, your flame. Where are you from?
Oh, okay. I'm from Iceland.
Iceland. You speak for Spanish?
Finnish.
Francais?
I speak Icelandic.
Yeah, Francais, Spanish.
No.
Yeah, English?
No.
Little.
Only little
Yeah.
English.
You can see with us. Sorry, don't buy. You can show me anything from here.
No, it's okay, thank you.
We know you.
Oh,
Nice to see you. What's your name? Your name? You're from here?
Kamu.
Oh, say again?
Kamu.
Oh, okay.
No.
No, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Tried to sell you a rose.
Tried to give me the rose, but yeah, I had to reject him, unfortunately. I'm taken. I think Deb got a little jealous there. Did you?
I'm the only one that gives you roses.
And here we are, we can already see Galata Tower, one of the most iconic sites here in Istanbul. I think it's about 67 meters tall, if I'm not mistaken. The best part is that you can get a 360-degree view from the top, but it's an astounding 30 euros to go up this tower, so we will not be doing that. I think it's actually more admirable from the bottom.
So if I'm not mistaken, this was built in 1348, which makes it one of the oldest landmarks here in Istanbul. We're definitely doing the touristy thing today, like going and seeing all the monuments and the towers, and you can see how many people there are all around here looking at it. And there are all of these restaurants and cafes, and I'm noticing in Istanbul you sit outside, you have tea, you have coffee, you smoke because they smoke a lot here in Turkey, and you just enjoy the sights. It's a very relaxed atmosphere. As Shiv said, I don't think we need to go up, but just to see it from here is definitely worth it. Okay, this is absolutely crazy. We are in a crowd of people that are all taking a photo of this tower behind me, which is always really funny to us that people come, and because it's just known as an attraction, they come and take photos, although it is really impressive.
So let me tell you why this street is so crowded right now. So basically, this is
what
a
is that?
once in a lifetime. Oh, what is this?
Street food cart on the
Oh,
move as
it's
well.
like desserts. Basically, this is your 1 in a million shot to get a 1 in a million selfie of the beautiful Galata Tower. Pretty much over the last 2 years, it's gone absolutely viral because you pour melted chocolate over this divine Basque cheesecake. And there was a lovely lady that just called us over to go and sit at her restaurant, which looks amazing, overlooking the beautiful Galata Tower. That's exactly what we're gonna do right now.
Ege.
You give to me? Really?
Evet.
Oh, thank you. Oh. You should get some roses from him. You're so sweet. You just gave me
So
one.
let's give him some money. We've
Yeah.
got
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Shane, he was really sweet. He actually gave me a rose for free. But I thought he needs some money. So we gave him just 200 lira. And I think it really made his day, as he made mine. Are you still jealous that he gave me a rose?
yes, throw it away.
No, I'm keeping this one.
So he was very, very sweet.
Oh, you were sweet. So I'm happy. You'll
And we've
find
seen
a
him like 3 times today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Eda. Chef Cheval.
Shubel.
Yes.
Indian name?
It's actually South African.
African.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I am absolutely loving my time here. As I say over and over, the people are so lovely. Every single time we meet somebody, they are just incredible. Like the lady that I just met now, she said, "You have a beautiful energy." And I was like, "You too." And they all do. So we are actually at VAA Coffee. Plus, it is super cold right now, so we are actually thankful that there are some heaters here. We can keep a little bit warm. Yes, ready. Can we have the cheesecake with chocolate?
Okay.
And the Turkish tea.
Turkish tea.
Two, please.
Two.
Yes.
That's
Thank
all?
you. That's all. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow. Thank you very much. Lo and behold, the San Sebastian cheesecake, which is pretty much a Basque cheesecake that originated in San Sebastian, Spain. If you can observe behind me, each and every single one of these restaurants is doing the same thing. Selling the San Sebastian cheesecake with the melted chocolate drizzle. This is our first time trying Turkish tea, by the way. And it's in this beautiful tulip-shaped glass. I love the shape of it. The tea is absolutely brewed to perfection. And you've got to have maybe a little bit of sugar on the side. Before that, I want to say, what's the deal with the San Sebastian cheesecake? It is pretty much a burnt cheesecake on the side. So it's obviously cooked at a very high temperature. Then it's got the melt in your mouth clotted cream in the middle. The trend is watching me pour all the chocolate drizzle over the cheesecake. Are you ready? Wow. Look at this chocolate drizzle. Ah. This is a very indulgent, decadent dessert, and I cannot wait to try it. I guess the idea is you get some chocolate and you get some creamy cheesecake and it melts in your mouth. Let's see if that's true. Whoa. Wow. Oh my gosh. Hold on, that's too much chocolate. This is crazy. Okay, are we ready? I'm sorry, I'm speechless. This is one of the most delicious desserts I think I've ever had. The clotted cream in the middle just absolutely melts in your mouth. And paired with the melted chocolate, I didn't think there could be a better combo on this planet Earth. Probably one of the best things I've ever had.
And now to try the tea before Sheb eats the entire cheesecake by herself.
Oops.
Oh, that's delicious. And especially now when it's cold, it's exactly what you need. It's like the taste of Turkey. And that's what we've seen you do in Istanbul. You sit at the cafes outside, enjoy the view, and have some tea. What a life.
Since we're getting a little taster of what Turkish life is really like, I could really get used to this. It seems like everybody is super sociable, everybody wants to hang out. And yes, I know we're in one of the most iconic tourist spots right now, but I feel like we've really embraced the local life, the local people here in Istanbul. And I am seriously pleasantly blown away, especially by the people. They are absolutely lovely.
After devouring our cheesecake, we're now moving south throughout the city and we're going through this underpass here to get to the other side of the street. And look how busy it is. There is an entire shopping area and I can see they're selling more Galatasaray shirts here. So there's definitely a game of some sort today or tonight. But this is all under the street right now. So they're selling shoes here. Here's some clothes. There's some electronic devices. It's like an underground market. And completely unassuming from ground level, but what's really interesting is it's very similar again to Azerbaijan, but in Baku specifically the population is much smaller than Istanbul, so when you went on the underpass to the underground market there was no one there, where now there's so many people. I'm battling to speak because it's so cold that my mouth and my jaw isn't working correctly.
All my limbs are frozen and surprisingly our mouths as well.
Yes.
So we're like struggling to pronounce anything.
I feel like I'm stuttering and like battling to speak. It's such a weird feeling. We're not used to this cold. And just like that, we've come out and now we're on the other side of the street. So we just came out there and let me walk up these few steps And we were on that side of the street and now we're here. But there are just people bustling absolutely everywhere. And this is what life is like in Istanbul. I love a city with people walking around. So what we're wanting to do is go all the way down here to the promenade and the end of the town pretty much, where we can see the ocean. So here I can see people are waiting for the bus. So like a makeshift bus stop with the glass. But in the distance I can see there is a cat sleeping on the roof of this bus stop.
I love spotting them. It's honestly my favorite way to pass the time is like how many cats I can spot. And today I think we spotted like 50.
So we've now arrived at the pier and it kind of feels like the pace has shifted, but so has the temperature because it is absolutely freezing here. It really wasn't as cold this morning, but now that the wind has picked up, it really feels that icy cold. And right behind me, you can see all the men that are fishing. I don't know if they're fishermen, if they're doing it for a hobby, or if they're doing it for their job, but it looks so cool. They're just like casting their lines.
Now that we've headed away from the touristy area where everyone was taking pictures, this feels more local life here. You can see hundreds of people, maybe even thousands, are on this side of the bridge with their fishing rods, and in fact on the other side as well. And we're crossing over the ocean, and look right here, look what I've seen.
Oh my gosh.
There are some fish.
So many.
So that's proof that these people are in fact catching fish. I'm not sure if they're selling them, if it's breakfast for tomorrow. I'm not sure how it works. Please let me know. This is amazing. Look what we're seeing. But if you come a little closer, you can then see how beautiful the city of Istanbul really is. It kind of towers up the mountain all the way around. So we're seeing mosques, we're seeing all the buildings, and then these beautiful boats. I'm trying not to get in the way of this little guy fishing right now. Also,
he's
it
doing
is
a great job.
freezing cold. He is doing a fantastic job. And in fact, on that side in the far distance is the Asia side. So where we are is Europe, over there is Asia. Isn't that fascinating?
And we can see a few tourist boats going by. It looks so cool because we've got one of the most beautiful backdrops, and with the men who are fishing, it just like adds to the ambience of the place. It is so beautiful.
As we're crossing the bridge, it's a really interesting feeling because you're smelling the ocean, there's all the seagulls around us, and all these people catching fish. And it must be pretty successful because there are so many people lined all the way along here, and I get the feeling that they've been here for many years.
Oh, he's caught some. Wow. Oh my gosh. Look how many he's caught on one line. How does that even work? Whoa, this guy's done the same. How is that even possible?
To be honest, while they're fishing, they have the most magnificent view of Istanbul. So we crossed the bridge and now we've come to the water's edge, and you can see behind me, first of all, how long the bridge is that we just crossed, but all the way in the background is Galata Tower, and you can see it's right at the top of almost a hill, and it shows that Istanbul has so many different sides, but this is such a beautiful backdrop. And on this side you can see all the people are getting on this boat, and I think it's a ferry, maybe to go to the Asia side, because you can do that.
Hello.
Tell the people, do you use a softening conditioner? Extra soft? Because you're very soft.
Okay.
We've taken a small walk to the metro station, and I think there's going to be a tram running right through here, and we've never taken the train or tram, so we're going to figure out how it all works and hopefully we go in the right direction. This is very cool because we've got a street on this side, a street on that side, and then the tram runs right through the middle. And I have to mention again, completely spotless, and I see to enter you just go through this turnstile, so there's not really a full station, it's just this, and we don't have a card with us, so hopefully we can tap our phone and just go straight through.
Oh, I just see that the tram is coming now, so let's see if this works.
It worked! No ways. Okay, what about me? Okay, we weren't quick enough because that tram's already left. I'm also noticing people are just walking around, so maybe you don't have to go through. Okay, let me see if it works for me. Oh. Oh damn, living in the future.
It works, how easy.
So this is what the station platform looks like. This is another tram that's going in that direction. I hope that they come every few minutes or else we're going to have to wait a long time.
We're going in this direction. But this tram's so cool. I think this one's about to leave any moment now.
This is awesome because it's completely outside and we're on ground level. We haven't had to walk into a platform or up some stairs. Over there is actually the ocean, and I think the train we're going to go on is going to go all the way through the city and then over the ocean as well, and we're going to cross from one side of the city to another. I don't think I've ever been on a station platform that's like this before, and the best part for me is you can just get straight out the tram and you're already in the city. You don't have to find an exit for the train, and if you're underground you don't have to like come all the way back up. This is convenient, spotless, everything works. I'm really impressed. Okay, this is our train.
Let's go.
Karaköy istasyonumuzdan şehir hatları Karaköy iskelesine aktarma yapabilirsiniz. You can transfer to şehir hatları Karaköy Pier from our Karaköy station.
So we're on the tram and it is incredibly peaceful on here and generally quiet as well. And I've noticed that most of the places we visited today, it's very civilized, people are quiet, respectful, kind, and the same is true here on the tram. So we're going past a few stops, like right now we've stopped. Some people are getting on, some people are getting off, but we're about to cross on the river to the other side of the city. And besides just using this transport, it's also a great way for us to see Istanbul, and it's like having our own tour. And just like that, we've made it. It was about 5 or 6 stops on the tram, and it was a really cool experience, and we got to see quite a bit of the city as well. But we've come here for a very special reason.
And we have finally arrived at the Blue Mosque, and this is one of the most prominent sites that you have to see here in Istanbul.
We're walking along this bricked road to enter the mosque, and the sun is behind at the moment, so the light's not so good.
And by the looks of it, just from the outside, it is already absolutely spectacular. You can actually see it's huge in comparison to other mosques that we've seen in the past.
But we can see that there's some work being done on the mosque as well, which is good because it shows that they're maintaining and there's some good upkeep on this mosque.
Even though there's lots of mosques that you can go and visit here in Istanbul, this is one that's open to the public, and it is still an active mosque, which means that people still come here to pray 5 times a day.
And we can see that there are 6 minarets all around the mosque, and apparently there was some controversy because the Grand Mosque in Mecca has 6 minarets. So they had to build a 7th one here just to kind of flatten that controversy. From what I read, the top of the dome is 43 meters high, which is staggering.
So we're super excited to be here and finally go and see what it looks like on the inside, because even though it's not as blue on the outside, I think it gets its name from being super blue on the inside. So just as we're walking in, we've actually come in towards the late afternoon, and it seems like they're actually doing a little bit of construction work on it. So 2 of the minarets are under construction, and then there's a huge scaffolding in the front. So that's quite interesting. Maybe because it's winter time, they're doing a little bit of upkeep, whereas maybe to get it ready for the summertime.
Now that we're at one of the entrances of the mosque, so we're going to go through this door, up these few stairs, you can see the scale of this mosque. Just the wall around it is not only massive, but the detail is so impressive. All the little blocks, the tiles, and the little cutouts. We've been lucky to visit a few special mosques around the world. We recently went to Medina in Saudi Arabia, also in Jakarta, Indonesia, as well as Oman. But this, I think, could be the biggest one and maybe the most impressive.
We have just entered the little courtyard of the Blue Mosque, and it is absolutely staggering. I think you can only truly experience this feeling when you're standing right in front of a beautiful monument. This place is spectacular. The contrast of colors, the unique sense of peace, and Lots of people have come here today to visit, to pay their respects, to pray as well, because this is still an active mosque. The courtyard seems relatively quiet, but there is still a long queue to get inside these doors of the mosque. It is pretty popular today, but this is what the courtyard looks like on the outside. It is pretty massive. There's lots of places to just have a little rest and then line up to get inside the mosque over there.
We took our shoes off as we entered the mosque, but now that we're inside, wow, there are no words. You just instinctively lower your voice and marvel. Look at this. The scale is beyond anything I've ever seen before, but the detail and the feeling, that is the most powerful. Everyone is quietly marveling in the beauty.
This is actually so incredible because besides the loud tour groups, everybody else is super quiet, super peaceful, really respectful, and it's actually crazy that you get to come here and admire and respect this magnificent monument here in Istanbul.
And it's fascinating because outside there's such a hustle and bustle, so many people walking the streets of Istanbul, but in here, the level of peace that I'm feeling in here is staggering. And I'm very grateful that we're able to enter. It's completely free to enter as well. This is special. The shapes, the domes, and the colors. We've got reds, we've got blues, and that gray is also very calming. So we've got until 3 p.m. to be in here, but then it's prayer time, so we have to exit the mosque, so we can't be here for too long. Now that we're inside, we can understand the name of this mosque because there are 20,000 hand-painted blue tiles. And when you're in here, it doesn't look like it on camera, but it's glowing blue. And we have all of these lights dangling from the ceiling, and it's all lit up. And to be honest, you just want to gaze and marvel in all of this. But I also want to show you the size of this pillar to give you an idea. So you can see, massive pillar, but if I stand next to it,
wait.
but if I stand next to it, how they've built this is really spectacular. If you come to Istanbul, this of course is a must. I think we're just going to spend the next few minutes just enjoying our time here. And now our final stop for today, which needs no introduction, the Grand Bazaar. That is the entrance just behind me. And we've got some ablutions here because on this side is a working mosque. And I see there's a little cat that welcomes you as you enter the bazaar. So we're gonna head all the way through here and tell you more about it. And welcome to the biggest and the oldest covered bazaar in the entire world. We're not going to be able to show you everything today because this place is massive. It has 60 streets worth of stalls, 4,000 shops with over 25,000 people working here. We're not going to be able to see it all. As I'm walking down here, there's an alleyway this way, people walking in every direction, and it is a complete mind blow to the senses.
Wow, this is the most beautiful bazaar I think I've ever been to. And what I like is all the Turkish flags are lined up on the left and the right hand side of this beautifully arched walkway.
And I'm not sure how it works. I don't know if one street is jewelry because it seems like we have lots of jewelry shops. Maybe if we go down another alleyway, it's different kinds of things.
So far, we're basically seeing lots of jewelry shops, lots and lots of things to buy. If you are a shopaholic, this is the place to be. There are thousands of stalls, so this is going to be quite an experience.
We're heading down one of the alleyways. Just to give you an idea of what it's like, there are people everywhere, going in every direction, and lots of people working here, standing outside their shops, looking for people to come in. But you can buy things that I couldn't even think of. Like here we've got hats, we've got souvenirs, here we've got underwear and t-shirts. But look at this, here we've got textiles, here we've got more pottery. From floor to ceiling, there are so many things that you can buy. Look at all these plates. Look at the detail on every single one. And then when I pan over here, you can head down here, keep going straight, or further down here, and you can see how old the market is from all of these pillars. It's just a shock to the senses, and it's really bright in here, and you're not quite sure where to look. There's so many things coming at you that it is overwhelming. I can see watches, I can see more jewelry. Look at all of these. There's pottery, there's ceramics, gold, silver, material. We've come to a bit of an intersection, so there's an alleyway that goes through there. Then you can head down here and there's side alleyways through there, and then you can go all the way down here. So the question is, how do you get out? Because I've heard it's like a mini city within Istanbul, and I can feel that already. To have so many side streets.
It is super overwhelming because you just don't know which alleyway you're going to get lost in. That it actually feels like it's its own underground world. You don't actually know what's happening outside. Everything is happening here right now.
We've headed deeper into one of the sections of the bazaar. This feels like I'm in Harry Potter. This is so interesting. So they have all sorts of trinkets, of course souvenirs, and really unique and interesting things that I've never seen before. A lot of the aisles feel the same, but this one feels particularly unique and different. So now we're going to go left down here. You can see behind me, it just goes on, and at the end of this, you can then turn left. It's endless.
And welcome to a very rainy day here in Istanbul. And if you don't know us by now, we are Shev and Dev, and what we like to do is we like to travel each country we visit through experiences and of course through the food. We absolutely love to taste the local cuisine in every country that we go to, and we're not too far from our first place today. We've come to our first stop, which is to try the heartwarming, cozy meal, manti. Let's go! We've come to Doyum Manti, which was founded in 1932. We're actually sitting outside the cafe. We've got a really nice view of the street. We can see local life, people walking their dogs. It's quite amazing. And we have chosen this as our first dish because it's a little bit cold today. And this is one of those heartwarming, melt in your mouth kind of dishes. Our manti has just arrived. We have got one classic boiled and one crispy fried. And look at this dish. It is piping hot. Handmade dumplings, seasoned meat on the inside. It's covered in this garlicky yogurt with some spicy melted butter with a tomato base and a few spices on top. This is the ultimate party dish on a cold day. At least the bowl is piping hot, so we know that it's made fresh. And the tiny little dumplings gives me like a Central Asian Turkish vibe, and this one is pretty much exactly the same, but the dumplings are fried. And look at this, dumplings in a mini version. How cute is this? Turkish manti is one of the most beloved comfort foods in Turkey. Small, handmade dumplings that are simple in ingredients but rich in tradition and flavor. What lures us to this dish is the combination of flavor, and I just cannot wait to dive in for my first bite. But first, I have to mix it up. All that yogurt, all the tomato base, that spicy melted butter, all infused together. Look how delectable this looks. I cannot wait to have my first bite. And apparently there's a saying in Turkey that a bride should be able to fit 40 manti in her mouth on one spoon. I'm not sure if that's true. I definitely won't be able to do that. So I'm going to get my first bite. Let's do 2 manti. Let's go. Wow. I can't tell you how good that is. The combination of the seasoned meat, the garlic yogurt, it's super fragrant. The dumplings are cooked until they are tender, and it instantly melted in my mouth as I predicted.
While we were eating, we got some Turkish tea, which is a staple here, and we had to get, especially on a cool day like today. And I love that they come in these little glasses, shaped like a tulip. But I'm going to try the deep fried manti now, and you can see how perfectly shaped these mantis are. Even all around the edges are these little crispy parts. So I think it's going to be a bit more crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. Let me mix this up. This is interesting because the manti is quite hard and crunchy on the outside, but then you're mixing in this soft yogurt in between it. You want it all covered in yogurt, all those flavors mixed. I'm just going to try one piece, and you can see there's some steam coming out of it, so it's piping hot. Wow. Wow. It's instantly unforgettable. The ingredients so simple, but rich in flavor. The hard, crunchy manti is fun to eat as it breaks apart in your mouth, and then it's just covered in that yogurt, and it really gives a Central Asian feeling that we're having dumplings in Turkey. If you could picture the multitudes of flavors, yogurt, tomato, oregano, meat, is the video done, because it can't get better than this.
Okay, first meal on the books, checked off our Istanbul DIY street food tour, and we paid 270 lira for the classic boiled, 290 lira for the fried dumplings, and we paid just 30 lira for the tea. The tea was absolutely spectacular. We shared a little bit each, and it's actually getting me in a mood for something sweet. We're gonna mix up our street food tour. It's not gonna be only savory or only sweet. It's gonna be a bit of both. And I can actually see the shop that we're gonna go to for some decadent Turkish baklava.
Right here. There it is. Let's go.
The best part about a street food tour in Istanbul is there is food everywhere. So we're gonna go to this cafe over here, but I see down this alleyway, restaurants are lining all the way down, and over here is food, there is more food. I think that makes it one of the best cities in the world, because you just walk around and eat.
The cafe that we've come to now is called Freddo, and they're known for having the most delectable baklava, but with ice cream. They also have ice cream with a tiny bit of sweets and drizzle on top, but I think we are definitely here for the baklava. Look at all the flavors of ice cream here. Oh, that looks so good. I think we're definitely going to have to try the baklava with the ice cream. What do you think?
We have to. Oh, yes. Yeah, can we have that?
Ice cream.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Ice cream this one. Milk chocolate's favorite baklava.
Should we try a pistachio? Okay, pistachio, please. This pistachio looks very popular, so it's got that vibrant green color, which I think is going to blend well with the mixed nut syrup and the pastry of the baklava.
Milk chocolates.
Milk chocolate, please. We actually get some chocolate as well on top. Oh, he's drizzling it all over. That looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
I have got my very indulgent baklava chocolate drizzle pistachio ice cream dessert. Look at the presentation of this. This is absolutely beautiful. We've got the pistachio ice cream at the bottom. We've got a little bit of baklava on top with some milk chocolate drizzle and some nuts on top. And we paid 240 lira for this. So first things first is I gotta get a perfect bite here. I've gotta get some of this glorious baklava, which is the thinly layered pastries. It's got crushed nuts and syrup. And then I've gotta get some of that yummy pistachio ice cream. Whoa, this is one perfect bite, don't you think? Oh. Cold. This baklava has definitely been made fresh, because it felt like it just melted in my mouth. Plus it paired perfectly with that pistachio ice cream. It was actually a little too cold for my mouth that it actually went into a bit of shock after that warm manti dish. This baklava is just crunching and breaking off. Can you hear that crunch? I'm making such a mess here, but hey, this is a messy dessert, so why not? This is not just about sweets. This baklava has probably been perfected over generations. It is so rich in flavor.
I really like that most cafes and restaurants have these outdoor seating areas, and even though we're having street food, it is nice to physically be sitting on the street. But as chefs sit here, they've got heaters just above the seats to keep warm. So even though it's cold, we can have some ice cream, and it's absolutely delicious.
Sorry, I'm not sharing.
Next up on the list is we're going to try something called lahmacun, and a lot of people say it's kind of like a Turkish pizza, but it is far from a Turkish pizza. I think it's something more special and unique than a pizza. So let's go check it out. This is a really cool part of trying lahmacun because we actually get to watch it being made. He's got this massive fire oven here and he's got this round ball of dough that he's mixing into some flour here, and he's about to make the bread super flat. Look at that. As he's going, he's rubbing it in the flour and it's getting thinner and thinner. It's extremely thin. Wow. So he's now taking up some ground meat. That is a very generous amount of ground beef. And he's putting the flour at the bottom so it doesn't get too sticky. But there's lots of herbs in there. It looks super fragrant and he's spreading it out super equally as well. Look how thin that flatbread is. I mean, they call it flat for a reason. It looks phenomenal. And then it goes on a very thin, what would you call that?
Like a giant wooden spatula.
Yeah, giant wooden spatula. It goes into the fire oven. Wow.
And there you go.
And there you go.
Quick, fast.
How quick is that? That reminds me of fast food, but this is fast food on like another level. I love this fire oven. It has got lots of blazing flames in there, so that makes me think it's going to be cooked at a very high temperature and very quickly as well. Wow. Look at that. It is come out within a minute or two. It's piping hot and so fresh. And now he's cutting it up.
So this is the restaurant that we've come to, and it's on a small little alleyway, and all of these are restaurants along here and then along here on this side as well. And I love finding these quiet, quaint little places. There's no one in here yet, and I'm sure later this evening it'll get very busy. And Shiv and I always like to find the unique and hidden gems. That's where you always find the best food, not always on the busy touristy street. And I think we found a goodie.
Look at what we have got here. This beautiful masterpiece that is lahmacun. And as I said to you before, it's a very thinly crusted flatbread. As you can see, the way he was making it, it became super flat. Then he generously placed some minced meat. I assume that it's beef. It's got all sorts of fragrant flavors. I can see some tomato. I can see a few little herbs. A lot of people say this is like a Turkish pizza. This is not pizza. This is special Turkish cuisine, and it is not complete without adding a little bit of the side dishes. So you've got some onion, some tomato, a little bit of lettuce, and the dynamic key to this is the lemon. I'm gonna use my hands, put a bit of onion on there, and then I'm gonna take the lemon and I'm gonna drizzle it all over this. Wow, this is gonna get that really nice flavor, that acidity of the lahmacun. It's just gonna bring it alive, I think.
I think what's the most impressive for me is not the layout, probably not the flavor and how thin it is, but how quick they made it. There was just a piece of dough, and then immediately it was super thin, put a little bit of meat on, threw it in the hot, burning fire, and it was out literally in 2 minutes. Like, you couldn't even make a sandwich as fast as he made this. And I think if you're walking on these streets and you just want a quick snack, this is perfect.
And now here comes the best part. I'm actually going to roll it up. Hopefully it doesn't crack too much. Can you hear how crackly it is? That's how thin this lahmacun is. So now I've made my makeshift little wrap. This is how they told us we should have it. Just roll it up and take a bite. Are you ready? Wow. This is such a light, crispy, aromatic dish. All the flavors come alive in your mouth. The crunchiness of the flatbread mixed with the juicy tenderness of the meat inside, plus all the spices on the inside, the onion and the very flavorful lemon completes this whole dish. It's absolutely delicious.
We've now come to one of the main streets here in Istanbul, which is Istiklal Street. And all the way along this street, there are many restaurants and food stalls. And you can see a little food cart, which is selling corn. And you can see everybody is diving right into this restaurant called Potatoes. And yes, we're about to eat a potato. And not fries, something very unique. So follow me. Before we get in, look what they have made here. I don't know if it's a bear, an ogre, completely out of cheese.
It looks like Baby Yoda.
It's a little bit terrifying but cute at the same time. So I've already gone in and got a slip to buy a potato. Not what you would expect on a street food tour. And it's really warm and toasty in here, and you can see all of these incredible ingredients. I think how it works is we grab a tray. I'm seeing everybody grab a tray. We have to figure this out. As you can see behind this counter, there are racks and racks of potatoes. So we're about to have a giant baked potato that's filled with ingredients. So hopefully we can see them make it so I can show you how it's done. On the slip, it's so funny. I've done an entire order of 1 baked potato. That's what I'm ordering. Can we have some of this, please? This? Yes, one. Thank you. And then cheese?
She's already inside.
Cheese already inside. Okay, good.
Ketchup and mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise, please. What else do you recommend we get?
That looks packed enough.
Yeah, that looks good.
Oh, I got the
Thank
tray.
you.
Oh.
Wow, look at that.
Wow.
How quick was that? Oh my gosh, it is so heavy. That feels like about 2 kilograms worth of potato. To watch them slice open the potato and then mash up all the inside with a knife that already has the cheese and the butter inside, I cannot describe how heavy this is. But because it's now got the sauce, the butter, the cheese, it turns out to be an overloaded potato. But I think on the inside it's rich and creamy, and I cannot wait to get stuck in. This must be like 500 grams of carbs right now. I tried to pick a few, it was overwhelming, but we got some mushrooms, we got some sweet potato with a few peas and tomato, plus of course the butter and the cheese, and we got some gherkins as well. Really interesting mix for a potato. And then it finally got a drizzle of mayo on top. Maybe more of a drizzle. It got devoured by mayo. I'm going to go for my first bite, and the potato is in fact steaming. That's how hot it is. But I'm gonna get a little bit of this mayo, maybe some of the other ingredients. I think you just dive in from the top. It's actually 10 times better than it looks. Wow. At first glance, it seems completely overwhelming, but once you get in, the potato is so soft. It's really been finely mashed to a fluffy sweet potato, full of flavor from these other ingredients. I absolutely love this. I'm gonna eat this entire potato. I have no idea how many calories this must be. This is crazy. And because it's warm on a freezing cold day, it is perfect, exactly what we needed today. Why didn't we get this before? This should have been the first thing on our list. This was 380 Turkish lira, which is quite expensive if you think about it, just for a potato. But the way they make it and the ingredients inside are all worth it. So we've walked up to Taksim Square, and you can see on this side is one of the most beautiful mosques I've seen. And of course the mosques are scattered throughout the city, but I wanted to show you what it's like in this town as the sun goes down. We're eating from this place over here, and there are many donor restaurants over there. Also a street food cart over here. There's food all along there. There's a road down there, and there are thousands of people heading down there to eat and drink. You just explore and eat.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, how are you guys eating all of this in one day? Well, it's a street food video in Istanbul, and you got to grab the opportunity while you have it. So we're trying to eat our way through this entire city in one day, and it's been amazing. If the food is so incredible, why not? And now we've come to our last stop, which is to try one of the staples here in Istanbul and in Turkey that people eat on a weekly and daily basis, and that is the donut.
As we've got here, they've given us a little paper menu, and it's all in English and Turkish, and we're going to get a doner standard. We have to get one of those while we're here, but we're also going to get something called a wet burger, which sounds very interesting, but we'll show you what it looks like. Can we have one beef doner and one wet burger? Yes, thank you. Let me show you what this restaurant looks like. No chairs, just giant pieces of meat outside. I don't want to get in the way of the giant knife. Look how he's now going to carve all of this meat. So this is the beef on this side. We then have the chicken on this side. Look how he's cutting this beef. Exactly, we're having doner kebabs, thinly sliced.
Number
Is this
one.
number one?
Merhaba, hoş
Ah,
geldin.
merhaba.
Where are
Nice
you
to
from?
meet you. South Africa.
South Africa?
Yes.
Oh, South Africa people then...
Different color to me.
White.
Oh, what
South
happened? What happened?
Yes, red or white, I like it.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, international.
I like that. I like. Thank you so much. Oh, that was close.
Your name?
Divan.
Divan.
Yes.
Okay,
Nice to
Heidi.
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you.
Oh, very
Oh, this looks so good. Delicious.
Yes, number one, Turkish.
This is number-
Islak wheat burger.
Yes, wheat burger.
National, this Turkish street pet food.
Yes, this is street food.
Yes, yes.
Number one street
Number
food in
one.
Turkey.
Yes,
Yes.
Turkey.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This looks absolutely delicious.
Wow.
Can I just say the Turkish hospitality has been fantastic. Everywhere we go, people are so kind, and look at how delicious this looks. So this is the first thing that we got, and it's piping hot. I can hardly hold it. But on the inside, oh, is this our donor? We're getting so much food.
Thank you. Number
Thank
one.
you, thank you. Okay, so doner kebab, wet burger, and I need to pay. Okay, let me get some money, my girl.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so we paid about 430 lira for that, but I gave him a little bit extra because he was so lovely to us. I just can't believe the amazing hospitality that we got here in Istanbul and the incredible, delicious street food that we've got. He literally just
Welcome,
thinly
welcome,
carved
welcome,
the
welcome,
meat,
welcome, welcome, welcome,
put
welcome.
it into a little wrap for us, and then there's a bit of tomato, a bit of fries. That's like a typical doner here in Istanbul. So I'm gonna have a bite of this.
Hoş geldin.
The meat is so thin and yet it's so packed with flavor. I love that they have all the meat on a vertical spit. It's got a little bit of like a tomato and a chili on top, but all the oils are just oozing through there. This is probably one of the most delicious tasting meats I've ever had.
So you can see how thinly he's slicing it here, and it's such an art form, the way he holds with this piece over here to make sure it's in place, and he cuts it so thin. You can see all of these thin slices over here. We have some fries over there. Look how big this piece of meat is. And then what they do is they actually toast the bread over there so it comes out nice and hot, and the meat is steaming. You can see how hot it is, and obviously it's being heated just behind. So he rotates it, finds a nice piece, and then slices it.
Bir nolu salon boşaldı. We are the best, forget the best, Nottingham Forest. Welcome, 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 welcome.
What an energy here.
No, I just
Wheat
fall in
burger,
love with
Turkish
this
kebab.
city
We
so
are the
much.
best.
We wanted to try this famous wet burger for a very, very long time. And wet burger doesn't really sound so appealing, but basically they want to hold all the sauce and all the moisture in this burger. So it's basically smothered in a tomato sauce. They keep it moist from the steam in a box. Each and every single one of these donor places has a little box filled with wet burgers inside. So if I open it up, it's got a little patty on the inside, and then it's got all of that tomato base as well. It looks very delectable and very messy.
It's absolutely fantastic. Because the bun is like really soft and moist, all the meat inside is really warm. So as you take a bite, the bun and the meat just falls apart. 10 out of 10. This was only 120 Turkish lira. What an ultimate street food snack. This could be my favorite.
Wow.
So many good things we've eaten. I want to stay longer.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. Yes, please. Touch it. Oh. Come on, lady. Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Close your eyes.
Close my eyes.
Yes. Don't worry, no problem. Open, please. Oh! What you want? Pistachio, mango, vanilla, chocolate, lemon, strawberry.
Pistachio.
All right.
That sounds great. This is so crazy.
Angel!
This is so funny.
Come on.
Oh gosh.
Come on.
This is so funny. You're tricking me.
Yes, please. What have you? Opa. Ayapa.
Wow.
Wait. My friend.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Angel.
Oh my gosh. Look at
Wow.
this. This is insane.
Only
Wow.
one, thank you. One is okay. No, no.
I give you telephone, please. No problem. Can I help you, please?
Yes.
Why lady showtime? You know showtime. Come on. Come on, man.
Okay, let's do it. What?
Are you ready? She's gonna know. Come on, delicious man. Come on.
He called you a delicious man.
Delicious, right?
Delicious man, alright. Which one? Do you know abracadabra?
Yes.
Show you. Come in. Look.
Wow.
Magic.
Yes, magic.
He's a magician. That's so funny.
Come on, man.
That's so funny.
How do I keep this?
Cheaper. Yes, please, my friend. I wanna say.
Oh,
Come on.
too slow.
For your bonus.
Now it's broken.
Relax, man. Or you change. Reserve.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Thank you.
Cheers, the pay, man.
That looks insane.
So I think that needs no introduction. This is what we got. What a way to end the street food tour today. It's been unreal. To be honest, we've only scratched the surface of what the cuisine here in Turkey is like.
Good morning. We have officially arrived in Cappadocia, and this is safe to say, not what I expected to see when I arrived in Cappadocia. As we landed from the aeroplane, we could just see the snow-covered mountains, and it was absolutely spectacular. Probably one of the best landings I've ever experienced. We're currently sitting in -3 degrees here in the town of Gorem. It actually feels like -8 or -9. I have made a new friend. So far, this town is absolutely spectacular. It is pretty much covered with these fairy chimneys and cave hotels, which is exactly where we are going to be staying. And right now, we're going to go and find our hotel. We seem to be a little bit lost, but when you're lost in a magnificent town, it doesn't seem too bad. I am walking on the snow. It's a little bit slippery, but now we're going to find our hotel. We're going to check in, and then we'll give you a little room tour.
Look at the dog foots. Look at the dog feet. Oh.
We're actually in Cappadocia to see the hot air balloons, but we have been getting notifications from our tour company, and they've been saying it's been cancelled for the last 4 or 5 days already. And the entire continent of Europe knows we've arrived because we're dragging our bags through the cobblestone. It is so slippery in this ice, so we got to be really, really careful.
This is the hotel that we're going to be staying at, and our room is just through that door, which we'll show you now. And as you can see, there is a little bit of snow falling, but throughout the night it obviously fell because all of these chairs and even this table is completely frozen. But what a setting to arrive in this beautiful town of Gorem with everything covered in snow.
What are you doing out there? It's freezing. Come inside. Oh, we have just checked into our hotel. It's absolutely freezing outside, but it's really warm in here. So let me give you a quick room tour. We are staying in a cave hotel. Isn't that insane? Because of all the volcanic eruptions that happened years ago, there are tons and tons of these rock formations. So, of course, they're super innovative. They just created hotels out of them. So we're literally going to stay in a cave for the next 3 days, and this is our room. It is absolutely spacious. Everything is carved out of this rock, and I think they've done a beautiful job. So we've got a massive king-size bed in the middle. Should I do a little test? Oh, it's soft. Oh, this is gonna be great. We've got lots of like dim lighting with a few beautiful decorations around. And then on this side, we've got a nice couch to relax on. And we have a nice window so we can see outside, see if it's snowing, which it is, by the way. We've got a seating area over here, and then we have a little cupboard. And what's really cool is they've actually carved out a little space for the safe. This cannot move. It is just stuck in there. We have a tea station over here. We'll be making lots of tea. We even have a coffee maker. That's awesome. A little working desk and a TV. And then you can follow me into the bathroom. Our bathroom is massive. Giant shower. Let me go in and show you. Here I am.
lots of space for showering. And this is where we will be staying for the next 3 days. We are holding thumbs to go on the balloon tomorrow, but because there's been a massive snowstorm, we actually don't know until the evening or even the next morning. And we really want to know what this terrace looks like, so let's go have a look. Even though I'm just going up to the terrace, I cannot go out there with just one jacket, so I need to suit up into my winter gear. This is jacket number 1, jacket number 2, and jacket number 3.
So that's the main road over there, and we just walked up these few steps and straight into our room. But as you can see, ice and snow is covering absolutely everything, and the way it just sits on all of these trees and all of the little pot plants, it's actually making a really beautiful setting. But we want to go all the way up there because apparently there's a terrace.
I'm so excited, let's go. Wow, look at this. It's all covered in a blanket of snow. This is crazy. It's like fluffy white powder, like on a donut.
As you can see, all of the ice that we're crunching on is here, but this is Gorem. This is the view. All these little white patches just make it really like a Christmassy winter feeling.
I cannot believe this is what the town looks like right now. Everything is covered in this glorious white powder. Clearly you can tell we're not from Europe because this is absolutely fascinating. This is such a unique looking town because there's so many of these fairy chimneys, they call them, which are these beautiful rock formations with pointy tops, and they're all covered in snow. It's unbelievable.
So I'm not sure if you can see from here, but these are all the buildings, and then around is a small mountain range that we covered in. So we're actually in a valley right now, and apparently the hot air balloons are going to come right over this little valley and this town, and some mornings you can see it from this terrace. So what a setting. Let's go right to the top, and then let's take you into the town and see what Gorem and Cappadocia looks like. As we're walking through the hotel, you have the breakfast, it says here, so the restaurant is here. You can see more ice all over the floor. But here is one of those fairy chimneys, they call it, part of the hotel. And in fact, they've got all of these little pans that they put there. And as you can see, they built the hotel around this. So they've built this terrace, as you can see, we're maybe 2 or 3 floors up. And this rock formation goes all the way up there.
When we were trying to book a hotel here in Cappadocia, we were super overwhelmed by how many hotels there are. In fact, there are hundreds. So let me just cut your workload down to 0. Just stay at Zara. It is right in the middle of the city center. You can walk for about 2 minutes down to the town to get some food. And if your ultimate priority is to watch the balloons, there are so many places to get an epic photo and watch the sunrise. So just stay here if you're coming to Cappadocia.
We've come up to the final level at the top. It's really set up for the balloons to come over. As you can see, there's some bar stools completely frozen. And here they've got a little kind of a chill area with the blankets and the pillows, obviously all frozen at the moment. And this is, in fact, another terrace that you can look from. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different terraces and places that you can view the city. If I sound funny, it's because my mouth is frozen and it's really battling to move and my nose is burning. It's that cold.
This is the best part of staying at the hotel, is that there's cats roaming around everywhere and they're just as cold as we are. I'll keep you warm if you like. He's shivering. Oh, it's okay.
We walked down from our hotel and I wanted to show you what this little quaint town is all about. There's mostly just restaurants and coffee shops. Here you can get some hot wine, and that's pretty much all you do in this town. Have something to eat or drink and just pretty much wait until it's your balloon ride. As you can see, a lot of the cars are covered in snow and ice still. And there's just a few little roads. There's a mosque in the background, and then all around there are these small little restaurants. And of course, there are souvenir shops like this absolutely everywhere throughout this town. You can get all of the balloon magnets and Cappadocia stuff and some warm things as well. There's some beanies and jackets, bags, even here like some little balloon keychains that you could take home. Most of the things all have the balloons on, as they would. More fridge magnets, socks. You can get all sorts of different things. This is really a touristy town, and it's mostly for the balloons, but you can do all kinds of things. You can go on ATV rides, you can go on a jeep safari, you can even go horse riding. But at the moment, because it's so cold, we're just going to stick to the balloons. Also, just like any other Turkish city, there are cats absolutely everywhere.
Oh, you suck. How do they stay warm? Because it's freezing. They need jackets. Best day ever. The chosen one. Are you cold, Angel? We are supposed to be here for the sights. This is my sights. Okay.
I've walked to what I expect to be the center of town. We've got a typical tourist I Heart Görem sign, and then there is this beautiful Turkish flag. But this gives you an idea of what the town is like. Very quiet. Every now and then there's maybe 1 or 2 cars that go by. There's still a lot of ice and snow from yesterday. Most of it is melting because we finally hit positive degrees. It is 1 degree at the moment. But in the background, you can see all of those fairy chimney rock formations. And then the mountain in the background surrounds this entire town. So we're in a bit of a valley, and that's why it's also extra cold. After exploring the town a little bit more, we've now come out of our room late at night, and it's now snowing. I'm not sure if you can see, it's the tiniest little pieces of snow, but I'm sure it's going to accumulate over time, and in the morning everything is going to be like recovered in that white dust. But we just got notification that we are going on the balloons tomorrow morning, very early.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to rest and then we're on the balloon. I'm so excited.
Good morning, it is currently 7 a.m. and yes, the sun still hasn't come up. It should be up in about an hour. It's about -8 degrees Celsius, so it's absolutely freezing. And we've just taken this van for about 5 to 10 minutes outside the town of Görem. And that noise you can hear behind me is them inflating our balloon. The basket is on its side, the balloon is being filled up, which means we are going on a hot air balloon ride. I don't know if the word hot is ironic at the moment, but this is going to be an incredible experience. My first time. Chev has done this before. So right now we're just having some tea and coffee while they inflate the balloon. And then we're going to take you up in the sky with us and show you the most incredible views of Görem. I'm sure this video is not so clear because it's so dark, but as the sun comes up, we're going to have perfect crystal clear views of all the fairy chimneys, the rock formations. So let me go and get some tea and coffee. Hopefully I can get a bit warm before we go up. This is our balloon. It's a white and red color. I hope you can hear me because it is extremely loud. And in the background, there are other balloons being filled as well. Okay, so now as you can see, the balloon is up and we're now getting into the basket. So Chev is getting ready right now. There she goes. One of the most insane things I've ever seen. This is going to be epic. Chev has got her seat.
We're currently getting in the balloon right now and they've just inflated it. It's absolutely freezing, but this is awesome.
So this is our spot where we're going to be for the next 45 minutes to an hour.
I'm so excited.
And it is a very tight and small space. I didn't realize it was going to be like that. But this is going to be epic.
Wow.
And
That's awesome.
when they blow that fire, it's actually warm, which right now is very much needed. It's fantastic. So this is our current situation. They're inflating the balloon a little bit more. If you're a hot air balloonist, please explain how this all works. I don't know if they're testing it. I don't know if they're inflating a little bit more. As you can see just how big the balloon is. And we are literally right on the edge. This is what the basket looks like. We have, in fact, on the inside, these handles. So we are able to hold on. So we've just received our briefing from our, what do you call it, a hot air balloon pilot?
Yeah, he's a pilot.
He's a pilot. As you can see, we're moving, slightly moving, and we can see a whole lot of the other balloons already in the air, getting ready. So when we're all going, it's going to be spectacular. This is epic. I think he just slowly adds a little bit more air, and
I think.
the balloon is above the ground. As you can see, we're moving. There we go. Bye-bye. One of the most tranquil and peaceful takeoffs. I wish aeroplane takeoffs were like that, because
So smooth, there was no jolt.
we
We're in the air.
didn't feel anything.
Here we go.
Wow. This is the smoothest thing in the world, and it's dead quiet.
Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. Like, we're in a hot air balloon right now.
So we're in our spot. We've got our hands holding here, and there are all of the balloons taking off right with us. Someone's down there, and they are absolutely beautiful. Of course, when they're igniting that fire, they're all red, and it's just beautiful.
This is actually... We're in a hot air balloon in Cappadocia. Can you see how far we're off the ground now? Also, I forgot to mention that it snowed all of yesterday and last night. So we basically get to see Cappadocia and the hot air balloons covered in snow.
Oh my gosh, this is insane.
Before we went to travel full-time 5 years ago, the first thing we wrote on our bucket list was to go on a hot air balloon in Cappadocia. And 5 years later,
We're doing it.
we're doing it.
Pick it.
Look at these rock formations. I mean, this is just unbelievable. We're currently going over all these rock formations. Can you believe what these actually look like?
I don't have any words. We're floating over the rocks. There is no jolt, there's no sudden movement. We're literally just floating.
As Dave said, there's absolutely no turbulence, as you would say. And we're now joining the other balloons in the sky, and it just feels like a collective happy day. Everybody's just in the air, in a hot air balloon. And after 4 days of bad weather, we are finally in the hot air balloon. What's crazy is the sun hasn't even risen yet, but it's bright enough just to see all the other balloons take off. They're all perfectly timed as well. We all just took off at the same time. No warning, just get in and go.
How did they do it?
The sun is officially rising over there, and look at all these snow-covered fairy chimneys. There's a couple of balloons at the bottom, and then on this side is where all the balloons are.
We're already so high up in the sky right now, and just above the peak over there we can see the sun is officially rising, and my hands are absolutely frozen. I think the excitement is a bit too much because I don't really care about the cold anymore. I'm so happy that we did this.
This is the quiet season, but I think coming this time, the terrain is insane because it's all white. Like, I would recommend, besides the cold, come in winter.
This is so perfect. Everything is covered in snow. And just like that, we're landing. Oh, it was too quick. Time just goes so quickly. We're
landing.
Oo, ileri gitti, bırakın gitsin.
Just like that, we've landed.
Everyone clapped. Still in hot air balloon. And we're getting a little escort.
Look at this.
Can't feel my fingers.
It's coming down.
We have officially made it out of our basket. Never thought I'd be saying that. So this shows you the scale and the size of the balloon. And our pilot was so good that he landed on the trailer. And we didn't feel any thump or thud as we hit the ground. Hello, big dog. You're so big, you're like a horse. Are you here to just oversee everything as the balloons come down? So, as you can see, we're completely in the snow, but they are just balloons everywhere. That one actually has a Besiktas symbol on it, which is very cool. We were staying very close to the Besiktas stadium in Istanbul, but look how beautiful all of these balloons are as this one is coming into land right now. I'm really battling to speak because my lips are frozen and my jaw and mouth are not really working so well.
I cannot feel my face right now, but that was probably the most unbelievable experience I think we've ever been on. My mouth can't work, but if there's one thing you gotta do, is take a hot air balloon ride in Cappadocia in Turkey. I'm so cold, but it was amazing.
And the sheer scale of the balloon is absolutely mind-blowing. And literally in every direction the balloons are.
Okay, box.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. I'm choosing you, choosing me, girl. Wow.
Wow. Basically, after we landed, they popped some non-alcoholic champagne and we get to have cheers. We also get a flight certificate to say that we've been on the hot air balloon.
Why is this a cold drink and not a warm beverage?
Oh, I can't feel my fingers.
I think the camera is shaking. The camera's really shaking.
Okay, we are now back at our hotel and we've just had the most wonderful breakfast. It was absolutely freezing, but now that we've had a little bit of a moment to calm down, look through all of our footage, it was unbelievable. And I actually can't believe that we did that.
There's probably no words to describe what it's like unless you've done it. We looked at pictures before, but when you're up there, it is just a full body experience. And even though the sun has come out, it's still -6 at the moment, so it's freezing, and that's why we're all covered up. But this entire experience, besides the balloons, just being in Görem, seeing all these mountains, the fairy chimneys, a different part of Turkey that you don't see in Istanbul, it's been amazing.
The fact that we went over all of those fairy chimneys this morning, covered in snow, it looked like straight out of a fairy tale. That's how I could explain it. I highly recommend doing it when you're here.
We have just walked down into the town because we thought it was snowing, but in fact it's called wintry mix. There is ice falling from the sky, not snow, and this is the backdrop. It looks like it's snowing, but it's just ice. There are little clumps of ice, and as you can see, there's ice all along this road. This has all fallen from the sky. We thought it rained overnight and the rain froze, but in fact it's ice falling, and it is creating the most beautiful backdrop.
I actually can't believe this is happening right now. It's about 1 degree, but it honestly feels like it's maybe -6. I've never seen this before. It's just falling ice. What a crazy phenomenon. I did not expect Turkey to look like this.
Here you can see all the little pieces of ice, and then they're all falling down and collecting here at the bottom. So it's not rain that's freezing. Look at the top of this vehicle here. You can see all of the ice, and it's literally just perfect ice. This is such a wild experience and special because most of the year it doesn't look like this in this town. What? This is crazy. Oh, there we go. I caught a piece. As you can see, it's completely ice. There's a big one. There you go. Look at that. It's falling so slowly, and normally we're used to the rain which falls really quickly and it's loud, but It's like floating down, which obviously makes it really beautiful to see and extra special. And I think because this town is so small, you've got all the mountains and the rocks around, it is the most perfect setting for this kind of climate, for this kind of weather.
Can I just grab this and show people what you look like? Look at this guy. Look at your arm. You're completely covered. And your hood is covered in the snow. He's too excited. He doesn't want to stand under the umbrella.
It's one of those moments where it's absolutely freezing, but you never get to experience this, so you just want to take it all in. There we go.
No, don't eat it. No, he's eating it. Stop eating it. No.
Just before the sun's gone down, I've gone on a small walk, and as you can see by the beanie, putting my hood on, completely covered, how cold it is. It's currently -1, but there's actually some ice and sleet falling from the sky. But I found one of the most incredible views. You can see all throughout the valley, and you can see these fairy chimneys, and this is just on the other side of the town. It's not all built up, and it's still in that natural state. This particular chimney is lit up right now. I can see all the little cutouts, holes, windows or doors in these chimneys, and it's been fascinating to be here and see how they've cut out houses, hotels, restaurants in the rock. This has given me such insane flashbacks to when we did Mount Everest base camp and it started snowing. We were covered up just like this, but we had giant yellow jackets. In fact, you can see all of the ice I'm walking on right now. And I've just gone on a little bit of an exploration. Hopefully I can find something interesting. Over here, there's so much ice that's fallen. And besides it being really cold, it's incredibly thick ice, which is really fascinating, really different to snow would be. I've never seen something like that before. So it completely ices up, goes hard. Really interesting. Hey, don't fall. So here's the valley that I was looking at, and I'm trying to go down this little alleyway to see the mountain in the background, but I'm walking on this ice and it is so slippery that I'm actually having to slide my way through. And even though this doesn't look white and icy, it is in fact all icy. It's completely impossible to walk, and this is where we've ended up. Literally on the side of the mountain. So we're gonna walk through here. I really don't think many people come this far. The only footprints I'm seeing are dog footprints. So the dogs come through here, but no human footprints at all. But look at this landscape. Look how the rock is bending and curving all the way around this mountain. It's quite a huge mountain that goes all the way down into the valley. But people have cut out sections of it. So if I come here, they've cut out doors, and in fact, these are all cables. So they're maybe doing electricity. Maybe this is going to be a new hotel. So I've walked all the way around to the other side of the mountain. I'm now overlooking this valley. It is spectacular. Let me know if you're one of those type of travelers who has to go off the beaten track and explore, not just do the touristy things. I always love to see a side that no one else sees. This is what it's all about for me, exploring all these beautiful places.
No, I'm videoing you.
Oh, sorry, apologies. So we're here with the most beautiful view of Gurem. What am I meant to say? We've come to the highest part of the terrace, and this thick layer of snow gives you a real representation of how cold it's been and how much snow we've had. I think this is actually like a hot tub or a jacuzzi, but if I put my hand in the snow, you can really see just how deep it is. It's that deep.
I dare you to put your face in the sand.
Well, I regret that. Is that for the video?
No, don't do it.
But why are you filming and excited? Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Goodness. That's hilarious. Why is your nose so big? Oh no, it's all over your hair.
Oh, fantastic.
I'm sure you're awake after
What a
that.
great experience.
I'm sorry. This is so funny. Oh, that's hilarious. Best part of my day.
Deb just put his face in the snow because he can never say no to me, and I think that's proof.
This is a visual representation of someone who's not used to snow or ice ever.
You should drop it.
Right here.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Oh no!
We've now come up to the sunrise and sunset viewpoint.
And as you can see, it is completely covered in snow here. But we are overlooking this valley of fairy chimneys here. Look at how absolutely stunning and unique this location is.
And you can actually see the little cutouts or doors that people have made. We've reached a bit of a plateau here on top of the viewpoint, and this is the almost 360-degree view of the town of Gorem, and then we've got the mountain range in the background. But this gives you a better representation of what the town of Gorem looks like. It's a really small town. You could probably spend 10 or 15 minutes from one side to the other, and look how beautiful this town is.
Hello and welcome to the snowiest place I think I have ever been. We were actually staying in the town of Kayseri, and we've taken a 30-minute drive to the mountains to try snow skiing for the first time. And I did not expect Turkey to look like this.
We have come to what you can see behind me, a giant ski resort. I had no idea this existed in Turkey, but it seems like everyone else did.
I've got 3 layers on right now. Everybody's got their snow gear on. They got their skis, they got their boots, they got the glasses, and it looks insane. But I cannot express to you how cold I am right now.
Because we're in the region of Cappadocia during winter, we thought we have to try some snow skiing. And Chev and I are both from South Africa. And of course, there is no snow there whatsoever.
I've never even seen snow like this, and it is so exciting to be here and finally try out this amazing sport for the first time. But they don't only have skis, they've got snowboards, they've got these cute little, I don't know what you call them, like little sleds as well.
We're at the Erciyes ski resort, and apparently this is one of the highest mountains in Turkey and one of the best places to ski in Europe apparently, and apparently one of the most affordable as well. So we're going to attempt to snow ski today, attempt some sledding, and just see how this all works in one of the most beautiful regions in the world. There is so much snow, it's insane. This must be about 15 to 30 centimeters of snow, completely covering my feet all the way up to my ankles. And it is snowing quite a lot at the moment. Let me give you a layout. This is the ski resort over here. This is where you get all of your gear, and all the restaurants are here. And then on this side, the mountain in fact goes all the way up there, but you're not able to see it because the snow is so strong at the moment. And there's a ski lift in the background. I think this is one of the beginner slopes. And then on that side, they're doing all the sledding.
But we've got no gear, so we need to go and hire some. So let's go do that now because I am freezing. I need some gloves and hats and glasses and all the stuff. It looks so cool here. This is actually insane. I can't believe we're here. Okay, so let me do a little fit check for you. We actually just rented some gear because we were absolutely freezing. I got some gloves. I got a cool little balaclava, which is keeping my face warm. Looked like I could rub a bank at any moment. Then I've got my goggles and a helmet because safety first. And we weren't actually sure what we wanted to do today. So we thought, let's just take it easy. Let's just discover the slopes, go on a little sled. This is our little sled that we got, which we're gonna walk up the hill now. And then slide all the way down. I think it's pretty chilled. And then tomorrow we're gonna go skiing. But this place is so cool. There's like an entire ski resort here. Right next to me is a ski lift. So you can go up the ski lift or you can walk, which is what we're gonna do.
So we rented our gear from somewhere over there. And then you can see this little marked off section with this fence over here is where all the people are sledding down, and we're walking up here. Then this is the ski lift. You can see all the people going in here. Very well done. And then on the opposite side of this, that's where people are skiing. But this is a fun intro to snow, intro to skiing that we're going to do today, just to figure out how it all works, renting the gear, and then tomorrow we're going to come bright and early, maybe even get a ski lesson and figure out how this all works. Can you believe we are in Turkey? I didn't know all of this existed. When I think of Turkey, I'm always just thinking of Istanbul. Maybe you're even thinking of Cappadocia and the hot air balloon. Let me give you a sled tour. So we've got a little wheel in the front because there's in fact a little blade that directs, and I'm not sure about a brake. I'm not seeing a brake anyway, so hopefully we don't go too quick. You ready, my girl?
I'm ready.
You look so cool.
Yeah.
You look so cool.
No one knows who I am here. You don't even know who I am. I could be anyone.
Let's pull the sled up all the way to the top and let's see how this works.
Okay, so I don't know if you're going to be able to hear us or see us or understand us, but the weather has changed about 5 times since we've been here. We've literally had sun, we've had wind, we've had wintry mix, and now we are full on in the snow, where I don't know if you can see this hand. We are covered in tiny snowflakes, and they are the most beautiful looking snowflakes I've ever seen. Are you alright? Are you having the best time?
I'm having the best time.
We have no idea what we're doing, but we're having the best time. Look at my hands right now. Look at these. Wintry mix. Oh my gosh, you're like in a full-on blizzard. This is insane. How do you slow down? Brake! 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 Oh, I'm so cold, I can't feel my face. We just come down from our first sled and now we're gonna trek back up the mountain. The balaclava that we've got really helps with the wind because it is windy here, and Dev's pulling our sled. You may think like, oh, why did you choose the baby sled? Well, we just wanted to do something super chill and relaxed. We didn't want to go like full hardcore skiers in the first day because we don't actually know how to ski, and this is awesome. Probably one of the coolest things we've ever done.
We're the only ones that have helmets on. To be honest, it's keeping our head warm, so we're going to keep them on. So let's trek up to the top. Let's do another round of sledding. We gave all of our gear back, the mask, the helmet and the gloves, and now we're hungry because we gave our sled back as well. So we've come to this restaurant and we're going to get a hamburger and maybe find somewhere to sit inside. And they have all of these restaurants all along here, and you can get Turkish food on the inside, but yeah, they just got pizza and hamburgers and fries, which is great. I think what you do is you ski a bit or sled and then you go inside and you warm up again, get the energy and you go out. So we're learning. Good morning from the ski resort here on the mountain. On this side we've got all of the shops. Chev is ready, but we're going to go and find some gear because today is day 2. It is much colder today. It is currently minus 13, but the sun has come out and the wind isn't as bad. So hopefully it's not going to be as rough on the mountain as it was yesterday. The idea for us today is to go skiing for the first time ever. So we're going to head into one of these ski shops. We're not sure how it works, but we're going to go and figure out how to rent some skis, some boots, helmet, goggles. We're going to need everything. We're going to need someone to help us. Behind all of these buildings is the mountain and the slopes that we're going to be heading up to. It seems like perfect skiing conditions. Not really windy and the sun has come out. You ready, baby girl?
Good morning from the ski slopes. My mouth is barely working at the moment, but I am super keen on the inside. I actually can't believe that I am surviving in minus 13 degrees. I've never ever been in an environment like this, but nonetheless, I am very keen to ski for the first time.
It's about 9 a.m. at the moment, so all the buses and cars are arriving for people to hit the slopes, get their gear. And if I can show you what it looks like over here, you can see all of these cars are covered with snow and ice. And then there's a beautiful mountain in the background. As you can see, the sun is coming out. And then there is a beautiful mosque over there. That is the main road that we entered. And when we get to the top, we will be able to see that mosque. And I will show you what it looks like from the slopes. It's beautiful. Okay, let's go inside. Let's get some gear. And maybe we need some Turkish tea to start the morning. Look at how much snow there is. I mean, we must be a few centimeters worth of snow here, but they've actually pushed it all up against here. I've never seen this amount of snow before. This is crazy. Before we start today, I have to say that Chev is an absolute beast and a hero because her body is definitely not made for this. She does so well when we're in the hot countries and she never sweats. She's always very relaxed. When I'm boiling, I'm sweating when it's hot. But now in the cold, it's really showing because she has a small frame and I think her body's adjusted and made for the hot temperatures. She really battles more than most of the people here. I'm really proud of her for being in these unusual conditions. Oh, I'm just talking about you.
Well,
You snuck up on me.
That's why I came over.
Oh, okay. I'm just proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Why? I've done nothing yet.
You're not made for this weather.
No, clearly not Europe. Honestly, I was built to be on an island somewhere in the sun.
I think so.
This is not it. But it's fun. I'll give it that. I mean, I get why people do it, but
I'm proud of you.
my body just can't handle it. The problem is I need children's clothing because I don't fit into the adult clothing here. And if that's the case, I'm going to need baby skis as well and baby boots because nothing fits me here.
So we found this shop. We're going to give this one a try. This is where we got our sled yesterday. I think this was the exact one. And you can see they've got all the skis outside. So let's go in and get some gear. Okay, it's absolutely chaos in here, but there is so much gear to choose from.
Anything you could ever want. Skis, helmets, masks, suits.
So this is what it looks like in here. Absolute mayhem. We got skis over here. Everyone's getting ready, suited up. And then look how many jackets and pants they have. All different sizes, colors. So everyone's just getting ski poles over here.
Okay, Mustafa's actually helping us. He's helping us get all of our gear today, so he's getting us suited up with some pants, helmet, goggles, gloves, everything that we're going to need because it's going to be super cold up there. So yeah, take it away.
He's also one of the only people that speaks English here, so he's helping us. Good morning. So Chef's trying on these white pants, but they're too big.
Too big. I'm going to try the pink one.
Okay, let's try pink. Chef is trying on some boots now. This is what they look like. They're very cool.
They're like Cinderella shoes. They fit perfectly.
Oh really? They fit perfectly?
Yeah.
First try?
First try.
Oh, I'm so glad.
They feel super tight, like my foot's not going anywhere.
Oh, good. And it can keep your foot warm as well.
Yeah, exactly. I'm wearing 3 pairs of sandals.
Nobody knows. These are the boots that they've given me. This is what they look like. So we're going to try these on and hopefully they fit, but they look very cool. And Chev's getting a belt put on because she's so small that the pants keep falling off her. Okay, getting completely strapped in, but because this is the first time, we don't know how it works, so we need someone to help us. We look like real newbies in here. And I didn't realize how much work was needed to put these on. So Today's going to be interesting.
It is absolute chaos in here. Because we've come at like the peak time, it's 9 a.m. in the morning. So everybody is getting suited up, geared up, they're trying to get their helmets. And what's nice is you can rent all of your stuff. You don't really need to come and purchase every single thing. You can rent it for the day, and I think that's super convenient.
Okay, Chev is getting set up in her skis now. Boots are on, she's got a helmet and goggles as well. And this gentleman is helping us. So she's getting all clipped in there. She's in. You're in, you're skiing. So this is the shop name of where we got all of our rental gear. If you want to come to this shop, if you ever come skiing here, I recommend it. They were really helpful. Now it's time for me.
Yes.
Are you able to video me? Yeah. Okay.
Dev's getting his skis in.
Okay. So I clip flickers. Oh, okay. Oh, this is harder than it looks. Oh, okay. We're officially skiing. Yes? Oh. So how do I get out by myself?
You unclip.
How do I unclip?
Okay, so we have officially got our gear and we are on the slopes. We're actually using this as our little practice ground. There goes Dev. We have pretty much the basics, the bare minimum knowledge of how to ski,
Which is probably not so good, but
this is as far as we've gotten, and I think it's pretty good.
Well done, we can go home. I've skied.
Yeah, that's it. Keep going.
Okay, let's go home.
Okay, time to go home.
Time for some Turkish tea and a great successful day.
You look good on your skis.
Okay, so we have Chev set up and she's on her skis. She's going downhill at speed.
we're just going to take it easy today, pretty much have some fun. We're not avid skiers, we're not professionals, but we're just here to have some fun. That's exactly what we're going to do. So let's go hit the slopes.
What we're going to do now is go in this little travelator and then we're going to attempt a few rounds down the slope. Who knows how it's going to go? I've seen most people that are in this area are kind of newbies. They look like we do, completely lost, completely confused. And we're going to go down a few times, make some mistakes, hopefully fall on our bum a few times and learn from that. By the way, walking on these is extremely difficult. These boots were not made for walking. Obviously, they're really big and heavy and bulky, so it takes some getting used to. Okay, my girl, so I got the ticket.
Oh, awesome.
He said we have to keep the slip and a 400 lira fall. Not bad.
That's awesome.
So let's go up, fall down, go up, fall down.
And have fun.
And have the most fun.
We're about to get on the ski lift thing, which they call a magic carpet. And here we go. Up the mountain.
This is awesome. And it's completely covered, so it's actually warm in here. And we're going at a much faster speed than it looks. This is epic, but you have to like keep leaning forward or you're just going to fall off because it's at such an angle. This is the best way to go up the mountain. So we've now made it to the top of the slopes. This is where some people are skiing down, and then you can see the entire ski lodge behind me and that beautiful mosque that I mentioned earlier. To see it from above here is magnificent. And on this side where the people are skiing, you can see the ice and the snow is a lot harder. They've obviously compressed it. But then over here, it is just white and fluffy and powdery that if I step in, my entire foot just disappears. It's maybe about 30 centimeters deep, and the more I stand here, I'm just sinking more and more. Will you do a starfish for us? Show the people. Okay, there she goes. You have to fall back into it.
Whoa. First starfish, here we go.
This is so much fun just to play in the snow, and the conditions today are so much better than yesterday. Even though it's a bit colder, it's about minus 13 today, it's not as windy, and I've learned that the wind is just what makes it so much worse. So we're going to head down all the way into that crowd of people, attempt to ski, learn some lessons, and let's see how this goes. Woohoo!
There he goes. Woohoo! He's doing it. we've actually just taken a little walk just up the slope, and Dave refuses for me to carry my own skis. He always carries my skis for me, like how he carries our luggage. Look around him, there's nobody in sight, and all the way down there is the bottom of the slope, which we cannot even see right now. There is zero visibility. It is crazy.
A storm has come in or something. We can't see the mountain or the ski resort or any people. And to be honest, this is the best part. Just Chev and I learning and messing around, playing, going very slowly.
To be honest, this has actually been so much fun, but I think the worst part of skiing is the prep. How often you have to take your skis off, you have to remember your sticks, your helmet, don't forget your belongings. Like, there's a lot of pre-thought. I do understand why people need some training, but this is probably one of the coolest things we have ever done.
It's freezing cold, but I think the adrenaline and just the pure enjoyment of doing something like this takes the cold away.
This was a lot harder than I anticipated. Okay, after 5 minutes I've realized I'm not going to be a pro skier or anything snow related. First impressions of the slope are a lot more difficult than just what it looks like on TikTok. I think we should have gotten maybe a lesson or two before we tried, but we're mostly just doing it for fun, so that is what's happening right now. Took a lot of falls on the bum. The knees are taking quite a hit as well. I think some practice is in order. I can't really feel my fingers at this point. There's a lot of skiers out there that are way worse than us, which they should be taking lessons, because we are incredibly cautious and everyone's just ramming into each other. Dev got rammed into a couple of times, which is not good. I don't get how people do this professionally. This is hard. This is where we're sitting. I think there's a DJ over there, and then on the inside is where all the food and all the beverages are. Oh, hot cup of tea.
Some Turkish tea.
Oh, how are you feeling? What's your first impressions of the slopes?
I don't know if I'm going to be professional today.
That's what I said.
That upsets me. Oh, really? It's much harder than I thought, which is a bit humbling.
Yeah.
And it's really tough on the knees.
Yeah.
But
my
we're having
goodness.
fun, my girl.
Wow, Turkish tea. This is an absolute vibe. There's a DJ behind us, and look how many people are here. Now feast your eyes on this. Oh, how do you feel about this?
A snowy burger.
There's just something about having a burger and fries on the slopes. Mandatory burger cheese. Wow. Okay, we're back on the slopes. This is what it looks like right now. Dev just went for a ski. I'm sitting just taking a small break. And here he is. Here he comes. He looks so cool in his ski gear. Hey, cool guy. We're going up and down the slopes. And it is quite exhausting, to be honest. But this is my current situation. It's not too bad when you've got these waterproof pants. You can kind of just sit on the snow. It's actually quite nice. Look at this behind me. I have never ever experienced anything like this. Turkey is so cool.
So this is what it's come to. We're dragging Chev up the mountain.
This is the best thing ever. I wish it was always like this. This is so much better than actual skiing.
This is nice, my girl.
Yes, I like it. Clearly never gonna become a skier. If YouTube doesn't work out, I'm not becoming a professional skier. That's Okay, and that is officially the end of our ski day. I cannot believe how much I enjoyed that. I actually was a little bit nervous and a little skeptical at first. I thought, I don't really know how to do this. I might fall, I might get hurt. Where's the nearest hospital? My mind was going absolutely crazy. But now that I'm sitting here with my little tea reflecting on the day, I actually had an amazing time. I thoroughly enjoyed it. This is where we are sitting right now. This is the slope that we went on. And here we are having some tea.
Yes,
cheers!
to end our day.
What a fantastic way to end the day. So we're going to sign off from here. Please give this video a like and encourage us in the comments, because yeah, we could have some lessons, but maybe we need your support as well. So give us a like and we'll see you in the next video.